What's up, you guys? Micah276 here. Happy Saturday to everybody. Hope everybody's been having a good weekend so far, that everybody had a good week, and that everyone is looking forward to the new week ahead. Welcome back to the Micah276 YouTube channel, and the first new video on the channel in about a week to kick off this Saturday, March 21st, 2025. Apologies on the lack of content in the channel the past 6.5 or 7 or so days. Things have been a little bit busier than expected, and I have not had the usual time to make a video that I normally do. But we are back, and I wanted to put together a quick one for you guys to keep the regular flow of content on the channel intact. So without further ado, we are going to be doing a quick look at my radio setup as of March 2026. The late part of March 2026, as today is March 21st. So we are going to be starting here on the right hand side, working our way across to the left, and taking a look at my current emergency scanner and weather radio setup as of this point in the month. I cannot exactly remember if I've done a similar or identical video to this on the channel already, so apologies if I have. But I will try my best to make this video stand out a little bit in the event that there is a duplicate. So we're going to start here on the right-hand side with my current quote-unquote permanent/base scanner as of March 2026, and that is my Uniden SDS200. I've had this for probably a little under a year now, probably about 10 and a half or 11 months roughly. And this has been my main base scanner that I have used when I am at home, as it sits here on my dresser in my bedroom. So if I'm sitting at my desk or sitting in my bed or in my chair next to my nightstand, and I want to have a little bit of scanner noise in the background, more than likely that's going to be the SDS200. Really, really good digital scanner from Uniden, and the main and only base scanner that I've had, at least to this point. I would not exactly categorize it as a beginner-friendly scanner, as there is a bit of a learning curve. But also keep in mind, for those of you that are looking to purchase a base scanner, that the Uniden SDS200 is not going to be exactly a budget-friendly option. If I'm not mistaken, I believe at the time of purchase, this ran me almost $700, if maybe not even slightly over that after tax. So if you're looking for a budget-friendly base scanner for your setup, either as a second one or you are new to scanning, unless you specifically think the SDS200 would be good for your use case, or depending on where you live and what you need in terms of digital or not digital. If you are new to scanning and in an area where you don't necessarily need digital, I probably would steer you away from the Uniden SDS200, just because the learning curve is somewhat steep if you are not programming from the radio reference database and you can just put in your zip code. And to look into a more budget-friendly base scanner option, either from Uniden or another manufacturer. As for a more budget-friendly base scanner from Uniden, I'm not sure off the top of my head what model that is, but Uniden's website is very easily navigated, and you would probably be able to find a more budget-friendly or beginner-friendly base scanner pretty quickly. So that is my base scanner as of March 2026. We're going to go over here to the middle, and that guy is one of the newer additions to my radio setup. I believe I added that about eight or 8.5 months ago now. This is the Unication G4 P25 digital voice pager. So keep in mind, by definition, the Unication G4 is not a scanner, but it can double as such, which is kind of how I am using it. The difference and the reason I like the Unication G4 is because it allows you to lock on to a particular channel versus what you can see on the right with the Uniden SDS200, where it is scanning all channels in a certain system. Yes, on the SDS200, you can lock onto a specific channel if you wanted to monitor that. If you are curious as to how that works, look at my tutorial on how to place a channel hold on a Uniden scanner. I used the SDS100 as the scanner for that video, but it will work the same on the SDS200. So if you are interested in that, take a look at that video. I'll link that in the description. And if you have any more questions or just want to know a little bit more in depth about what the Unication G4 is, watch my Unication G4 review. I will link that in the description as well. As for my other Uniden scanner, as of this point, it is my Uniden SDS100. I've had that scanner for probably about 10 or 11 months now, if not maybe closing in on a year. I can't exactly remember. The Uniden SDS100 I don't use a lot when I'm at home, as I typically use either my Unication G4 or the SDS200. But when I travel, if I want to bring a scanner with me, because of its ability to pull frequencies from the radio reference database using a zip code that will come with me, I can take the belt clip off the back, take the antenna off, put it into a hard shell travel case, and I can bring it with me wherever I travel. For example, last September, I traveled back east to Vermont for a couple of days, and the Uniden SDS100 came with me for that. Really, really good scanner. As for the pricing for the Uniden SDS100, it's going to run you very similar to the 200. So keep in mind that this is not exactly a budget-friendly scanner in Uniden's handheld line. If you are looking for a more beginner-friendly or budget-friendly handheld scanner for Uniden, I'd probably steer you somewhat in the direction of the Uniden BCD436HP, which is the scanner that I had before I got the SDS100. I didn't have that for as long as I've had the Uniden SDS100. I think I had the 436 for about 10 months, and then saved up to purchase the SDS100, and that has been my current scanner since. So I passed the SDS100 on to a friend of mine who's been using that for a while. As for operation, the Uniden SDS100 and the 200 operate pretty similarly to each other. So the tutorial for either of those are fairly applicable to both the Uniden SDS100 and 200. As for the overall settings guide, tips and tricks, etc., most of those are going to be pretty universal between the SDS100 and 200. As for my weather radio that I have out and running for the March 2026 setup, it is my Midland WR120. I've had this weather alert radio for quite a long time. For those of you that have followed the channel since the beginning, you may recognize seeing this WR120 in videos dating as far back as 7 or 8 years ago, some maybe even as far back as 9 years ago. It's an incredibly durable radio, and it doesn't feel outdated, so I've felt no need to upgrade that yet. As for eventually, as the time obviously will come, I'm more than likely going to upgrade this to the Midland WR400. When that does happen, of course, I will do an unboxing, initial impressions, and review on that, so stay tuned for that. My guess is the WR120 is going to stay in the rotation at least through the remainder of 2026, maybe into early 2027, but we will see as the year continues to unfold. My other Midland Weather Alert radio is the HH54. I've had that for maybe a little bit less than the WR120. I've had the WR120 probably since mid-2015, so about 11 years now. I've had the HH54 for maybe a little bit less, probably about 9 or 9.5 years or so. At least as of right now, both Midland Weather Alert radios I have, the HH54 and the WR120, will be remaining in the setup, especially for the HH54, as recently, I believe in a comment I received on one of my videos, I learned that the Midland HH54 is no longer made, which kind of made me want to hold on to it a little bit more, as it is a bit of a relic, so to speak, in Midland's Weather Alert radio lineup. So that one is definitely going to be remaining in the rotation, probably even after I upgrade this WR120. And even when I do probably get the WR400, I won't be getting rid of the WR120, and it will either be tucked aside as an emergency radio or as a backup in case the WR400 experiences any issues for whatever reason. But to boil that all down, at least for the Midland segment of this video, it's going to be a while until you see any changes either in the WR120 or the HH54. So with that being said, that is going to put a wrap on my weather radio and scanner setup as of March 2026, as today is Saturday, March 21st. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. Put a comment in the comment section saying hello and what your favorite weather alert or emergency scanner radio is as of 2026. If you are new to the channel, welcome aboard. Put a comment in saying hello and your favorite radio as well as of 2026. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, as every subscription means a lot and keeps me motivated to make content for you guys. And hit that bell icon so you are the first to know whenever a new video is uploaded on the channel. Again, thank you guys so much. Hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend and a great start to the upcoming week. Stay safe, stay healthy, happy scanning, and we'll see you guys next time.